I saw Steve Jobs do this when he released the iPhone, and I've always wanted to do this, so it's pretty cool. So I don't know if you guys can see. He did that with the original iPhone. And what I have here in my pocket is 1 terabyte of really fast storage. So we're gonna talk about what I believe to be the best storage option for anybody who has an iPad, who has a MacBook. I'm Ben, and let's talk. If you're new here, I would really like if you could smash that like button and subscribe. I'm gonna have some good stuff for you every week. This is a channel where we talk about tech and how it enhances our lives. And now on to the good part. So if you're watching this video, you're looking for some kind of external storage for your device, something that's fast, reliable, and I don't think you can beat the Sandisk Extreme SSD. I think that's the best option you can get. This is the V2 version that I want to talk about. I just want to do a quick little unboxing and tell you what comes in the box. So you're gonna get this nice small SSD, a little rugged design in the box. You're also gonna get a USB-C to USB-C cord. With that, you're also gonna get a USB-A adapter to USB-C to connect, just in case you have some legacy devices which run USB-A. So everything you need comes straight out of the box. And if you really like this device, I'll leave some links below where you can actually purchase this device, which is gonna lead me to my first point of why I think you should get this one. This one is $150 Canadian right now, which is almost half off the Gen 2 version. If you look on, I believe it's Western Digital that sells Sandisk. On their website, they're selling it for $150. You can see some sales on there for the 1 terabyte version, which is a lot of space, and I believe it's about $275 Canadian right now for the 1 terabyte of the V2. I'll tell you the main difference between the two. This one has read-write speeds of about 1 gigabytes per second. The other one has read-write speeds of about 2 gigabytes per second. So if I look at the price, and I'm about to save a little over $100, I would recommend this, because if you look at it in terms of price, you're still getting something super fast. I don't think if you're getting a drive like this, you're gonna fill up a whole 1 terabyte drive in one go. Each time I transfer files, I'm transferring about 20 gigabytes. So in my use case, it averages close to 20 seconds. And I'll show you some real world tests and show you how fast this drive is, right? If you wanted to get, and you want to pay the extra $100 because it can transfer those 20 gigabytes in about 10 seconds, I guess that would be, say, your prerogative, but the value very greatly diminishes, because at that point, you can almost buy 2 of these and have 2 terabytes instead of the 1. And when we talk about price, if you go on Apple's website and you have, say, a MacBook or an iPad, to add 1 terabyte of space to your device is in the hundreds of dollars, sometimes 400 or 500, even more in that regard when you try to spec an iPad or a MacBook through Apple. So getting that extra space for $150, that 1 terabyte, there's so much value to it, and it's external. So you can move it around with you, it can travel with you, you can actually back up several devices. I would say you can buy 3 or 4 of these sometimes for the price of what you would pay Apple to get a 1 terabyte version of the same device. It's almost $1 per gig sometimes with Apple. So I do recommend, if you're looking for price, that you stick to something like this. So number 2 has to be the speed of this thing. So I know that the Thunderbolt port supports USB 4.0. It should be able to get up to 10 gigabytes per second. But even on the box, they say the actual read-write speed is a gigabyte per second for actual real-world read-write speeds. So I actually use this with LumaFusion, and I can edit straight off of the SSD, which is really awesome. So I'm not utilizing the space that's in the iPad. So again, it's very limited, right? And when you're working with 20 gigabyte files, each video, sometimes even more, you really want to be able to not take up the space on your device, because I know even the MacBooks, the new MacBook Airs, which is the most popular laptop in the world, I believe they start off at 256 gigabytes. If space is of the most importance, you really want to gonna get something like this that's super quick, that's not going to mess with your workflow, that allow you to edit and actually work off the SSD when you need to. The next point I want to really talk about in terms of this drive is the size. You look at it, and it's comparative to, I would say, a credit card. It's so small, so portable. It's even got this little key clip. You can fit it in your pocket. As I said, it reminds me of when Steve Jobs did the iPhone reveal and he had it right in his pocket, right? Actually, I believe that might have been the iPod. Correct me if I'm wrong, comment below, tell me which one it was. Was it for the iPhone reveal or the iPod reveal? I think it was like 10,000 songs in your pocket. I'm not too sure right now, but I remember him pulling something out of it, right? And something like this, it's super portable. I can fit it anywhere, I can have it in my pocket. You can't beat that kind of convenience. So I have 1 terabyte in my pocket. And again, you can get the 2 terabyte version. It's gonna be this small, so fits in the palm of your hands, fits in your pocket. You cannot beat the size of this thing. Super impressed, super happy with it. The last point I really want to touch on with this device is its ruggedness, and this is important to me. So it being an SSD, there's no mechanical moving parts like those old slow hard drives, right? So you're getting a fast device, and this is built rugged. It's this rubberized material around it, so there's a level of shock resistance that you naturally get with an SSD, but this enclosure adds to it. It's IP55 water and dust resistant, so I believe you can get a little bit of splashes on there. I wouldn't really immerse it in water, but it has that flexibility that if you're on the go, and it's really a portable SSD, you shouldn't have any issues with it. And when you're protecting your data, which is honestly probably the most important things, I know my data is worth more than any device I have. With something like this, it being rugged is super important. And I think one of the main reasons you should go for a device like this, I looked at some other options, and I looked at the Samsung, I believe it's the T7, that's very similar to this. It's like this metallic exterior, and I could see myself getting scratches on it, really denting it and bruising it, right? And I thought with something like this, I'm a little bit more comfortable throwing it into my bag, traveling with it, putting it in my pocket, not really worrying about it. That was important to me, and if that's important to you, I would advise that, hey, you go for something like this. To recap, what you're getting with this device, you're getting excellent speed, you're getting excellent price, rugged, that's portable, honestly, is super amazing. So if you have a MacBook, if you have an iPad, I would suggest this should be one of the things you get if you're finding yourself running out of space, because you can't beat the price and you can't beat the value of this one. Again, my name is Ben. I appreciate each and every single one of you, and I'm out.